Sitting here, sunlight streaming through the window, I take a slow breath and look around my living room. 50 years in this house, and every corner tells a story. Every shelf, every drawer, every little nook carries a memory, a laugh or a sigh from the past. My daughter peeks in sometimes and shakes her head. "Mother, how do you live like this?" And I just chuckle, because I do. But lately, I realized maybe I don't have to hold on to everything. Maybe some things, as much as I loved them, were ready to go. And so I started gently, one step at a time. And today, I want to tell you about the 5 things I finally let go, and how each release felt like a small ceremony, a breath of freedom, a little room to live. The first, a stack of magazines from the 1980s. Oh, the smell when I opened the top one. Aged paper, faint vanilla from the kitchen years ago, a hint of mildew from forgotten afternoons. I couldn't even remember subscribing to half of them. I held on to them because of the stories, the illustrations, the ads that made me laugh. Oh, those ads. Women in perfect aprons, pouring coffee from shiny pots, hair never out of place, offering a slice of cake with a wink. I chuckled every time. And the stories, sometimes silly, sometimes touching, sometimes strange glimpses of a time I had lived through. I leafed through the pages, smiling at old recipes I never tried, fashion I would never wear, advertisements that now feel like tiny snapshots of a world I once knew. But here's the thing, the memories weren't in the paper. They were already in me, in the way I remember sitting by the window with tea, the sound of my mother's laughter, the smell of rain through the curtains. So I carried the stack to the recycling bin, and oh, the relief! The house seemed to breathe, stretching after decades of holding these paper mountains. I lingered for a moment, touching the top magazine, whispering thank you, and let it go. It was strangely joyous, letting go of the paper find its next life, while the memory stayed safely in my mind. The second, my old typewriter. Heavy, solid, romantic, and silent for years. I had kept it because of all the stories I imagined I would write. Poems, letters, little adventures, maybe a memoir. I remembered myself sitting at the kitchen table, tapping away in my mind, imagining words spilling onto paper. The keys smelled faintly of ink, the metal cool under my fingers, the carriage return smooth and satisfying. Oh, how I imagined clack, clack, clack echoing in the quiet mornings. But the stories weren't trapped in that machine. They were in me. I pressed the keys one last time just to hear the hollow, familiar sound and laughed at myself. I carried it out slowly, savoring the weight, realizing that I wasn't losing anything. The memories, the words, the laughter, they were all still with me. And yet there was space now, a sense of lightness, as if letting go of the typewriter had cleared a small corner of my heart I didn't know was cramped. Third, my teacup collection. 20 cups, each a little treasure, each with a story stitched into its handle, rim, or glaze. Some chipped, some mismatched, some never used. I had cups from my mother, my daughter, friends who brought me laughter and lavender and stories. One teacup reminds me of a rainy afternoon when my daughter spilled cocoa on the rug and we laughed so hard tears ran down our cheeks. Another reminds me of my mother teaching me to swirl sugar in milk just right, the faint scent of vanilla lingering on her hands. I realized I truly loved only 5. The rest were clutter disguised as memories. Choosing the ones to keep wasn't easy. It felt like choosing which moments of life I wanted to hold in sunlight. Every morning when I pour my tea into my favorites, I smile and remember those afternoons, the sounds, the smells, the warmth of hands around a cup. The others, I let them go, gently, ceremoniously, lovingly, and somehow letting go made the memories I cherished even brighter. 4th, clothing I would never wear again. Dresses bought long ago, coats that had gone out of style, scarves that never really suited me. I photographed each item first, capturing colors, textures, patterns, and tiny memories stitched into the seams. Then, slowly, I began placing them in boxes labeled goodbye. And oh, the moments of unexpected joy! My grandson draped himself in a scarf like a superhero and declared it magical. We laughed until our sides hurt. I even tried on a hat from my youth, examining wrinkles and folds that had stretched with me through decades, laughed at my reflection, and placed it gently in the box. Each item released felt like a small ceremony, each goodbye a little freedom. Letting go of these things didn't erase the memories. They were stitched into my life already. And yet, suddenly there was room for new laughter, new colors, new playful moments. The closet felt lighter, the air fresher, the mornings brighter. 5th, letters. Letters from friends long gone, their ink faded, paper yellowed with time. Some made me cry, some made me giggle, some simply reminded me of the girl I once was, so young, so fearless, so hopeful. I couldn't keep them all. I typed some into a journal so the words could live on, kept a few originals that felt like treasures, and whispered goodbye to the rest. Folding them carefully, I felt a connection that didn't need paper. The words, the laughter, the love, they were inside me, light and free. I carried them out slowly, almost ceremoniously, feeling the weight lift with every step. It was strange how letting go of physical things could feel like letting in life itself. And the process, each release was a little celebration. Patting an item, whispering a memory, smiling and letting it go. The house, my mind, my heart, lighter. I hummed more in the mornings, tripped less, spilled less tea. And the little joys, the sunlight on the floor, the smell of tea, laughter with my granddaughter became brighter, clearer. Letting go isn't losing memory, it's making room for life, space to breathe, space to laugh, space to just be. Clutter may sneak back, life accumulates little things if left unchecked, but now I have a rhythm, one drawer, one shelf, one box at a time. A pause to reflect, a laugh, a choice of what truly matters. That calm confidence, priceless. I am still in charge of my home, my memories, my life. And if you take one thing from my story, let it be this. Making space isn't about throwing things away. It's about making room for life. Sunlight on the floor, tea on the counter, laughter, quiet moments to just be. Slowly, gently, kindly, you can let some things go, and suddenly life feels lighter. Sitting here, sipping my tea, listening to the hum of the house, I feel gratitude for the things I kept, the things I let go, for memories that stay with me, and for space that lets me breathe. Life, my dear, life is sweeter when you give yourself room to enjoy it. And that, I found, is the most wonderful lesson of all. And if you'd like, take a small step today. One drawer, one shelf, one box. Let go of something small. Notice how it feels. Pour yourself a cup of tea, sit in a sunny spot, and breathe. Share your little victories and remind someone else it's never too late to make space for life.